Welcome to Live, life-inspired views for every day. My name is Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul. Last Monday, when our school counseling internship students met for class, I mentioned a quote by Herman Hesse. He said that he believed universities were not schools of wisdom, they were schools of knowledge. That really struck me. So I told the students that during class this year, we will be moving toward the direction of growing in wisdom, using what they've learned in the classes they've taken and combining it with their experiences to help set up a fertile ground for wisdom to take hold. I think another aspect of becoming wise is learning to think in yes and thinking, and not so much in either or thinking. When you think yes and, it opens up options. When you think in either or, you become limited in what options you are able to see. I believe yes and thinking builds the skills of pattern recognition, which helps us solve social, mental, and scientific problems. Pretty helpful in life. I also told them that one of the ways that we can work toward cultivating wisdom is to practice the art of metaphor. I am a metaphor person. I always think in metaphors. I look at something that has happened and think of it, how it is similar to other situations or ways of looking at life or at some kind of lesson. What metaphor thinking does is the same thing that we do when we are trying to reframe a situation, which is one of the powerful tools in developing resiliency. Looking at a situation from another angle so that we might be able to better deal with it. I think yes and thinking, as well as metaphor thinking, practices open-mindedness. And we always love to be with open-minded people, don't we? A great way to practice metaphoric thinking is also to read Aesop's fables or other kinds of fables. Fables, as you know, are stories or tales intended to teach a moral or truth. Storytellers from the beginning of time have used stories to help people understand the situations in their lives and to respond to those situations with more clarity and wisdom because the story has helped them see it in a similar form. Stories help us expand the possible ways of looking at things. They expand our possibility thinking. I am an ardent fan of the television series called Ted Lasso. It's on Apple Plus TV, which I purchased simply to watch Ted Lasso. I love it that much. You should know that I don't swear. I don't even say gosh or gee because my Grandma Johnson said that was almost like swearing. Well, in the Ted Lasso series, you hear the F word probably more than any other word in the script. But if you can look beyond that, you can see such wonderful lessons. It is a rare television series because it focuses on kindness and forgiveness. It's just beautiful. And there's a lot of humor involved as well, which is always a good learning tool. But what Ted Lasso does is to use his love of movies as metaphors. So he's always telling his soccer players, well, this is just like such and such a movie, right? Things like that. It's just a hoot and profoundly meaningful. The power of metaphor is wrapped up in that show and in the profound lessons that it teaches. And here's an example of an Aesop fable. It said that there were 4 bulls in a field. They always kept close to each other and ate together like that. Well, a lion was watching from a distance and wanted to eat them. But while he could have attacked any of them alone, he did not risk that while they were all together, because he knew they would be able to defeat him that way. Then he thought of a plan. He started unkind rumors about the bulls and spread them about as though they have been talking about each other. The bulls heard the rumors and became so distrustful of each other that they separated and each began to eat by himself. The lion was then able to pounce upon them one at a time and eat them all up. The moral of the story is, we are stronger when we stand together. Listen to that little story again. Do you see our country reflected in it? No matter how you feel about politics today, the moral applies to all of us, doesn't it? A group called Braver Angels is made up of people from different political views who are dedicated to standing together. We are stronger when we stand together. Look at how much better you remember a life lesson because you heard it through a story. That's the power of metaphor. This week on your bathroom mirror, paste some kind of picture. I have one with trunks of trees with their roots entwined on the ground below them. I'm going to paste that picture on my mirror and look for a different metaphor in it each day. I encourage you to find some kind of picture, paste it on your mirror, and look for a different metaphor within it each day as well. And you'll grow wise. Join me next Monday for Live, Life-Inspired Views for Every Day. I'm Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul.